Can I kick it podcast? Shout out to Big Ed. Tune in. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Motivation, inspiration, let the games begin. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Motivation, inspiration, let the games begin.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy B.I.G. A&T back with another episode of the Can I Kick It podcast. This episode is I guess it's like the evil spell of the podcast. The extra voodoo has been thrown on this episode. I finally got, well, I've had you on here about 10 times, but this time I think
10, so we got a whole season.
Yo, shout outs to Emyhr, because season 3 is going to be all the outtakes of our podcast episodes. So with that being said, got my dog Emyhr with me here finally. Say what's up to everybody, big dog.
Hello, everyone. Hi.
Yeah, man. So for those of you who don't know, or if you're new here, I've been trying to get Emyhr on for like the last month and a half, and he's been riding with me, trying to figure out, because as much as everybody says my shit sounds professional, I'm still very, very, very brand new to this. So he's finally here, and I just want to thank everybody for dealing with the technical difficulties. I know you guys been asking about it. Where's Emyr's episode? And I said I'm working on it. Then I went through the changes of everything with my setup, so we're here now, man. So, first of all, how you feeling?
Feeling pretty dandy.
That boy said dandy. Yeah, man. So I just woke up from a damn nap, so I'm ready to go. We're gonna start things off with letting you introduce yourself to the people, and if everybody who doesn't know, obviously they got to know by now after so many damn outtakes. Emyhr is an inspiring rapper, great friend of mine. I don't know. You haven't added anything else to the repertoire, right? You're not like a undercover actor or anything like that.
Nah, I don't think I got.
Okay.
I never tried it. I don't know. I might. Oh.
Hey, I just had to ask, man. I just had to ask. So, we're gonna start it off with what you got. What got you into making music? Get you into the hip hop game?
The whole thing with music. Okay, cool. When I didn't even like music, to be honest. Not that I didn't like music. I didn't know too much of music, just because when I was growing up, my parents, my whole family, they're Jehovah's Witnesses. So it was like trying to get into hip hop was really hard, because any songs that would play on the radio, if they said ass, damn, or something crazy, they'll stop playing the song that's on the radio. So since that wouldn't happen, like I wouldn't even care to listen too much to music. So what got me into music wasn't really music itself. It was just writing. Because in the 4th grade I had FCAT camp. Okay. And with FCAT camp, I went there like the whole weekend. We would write stories, and so we got that shit right. And during that process, that's when I started falling in love with writing. And then I don't really know how the music thing came about. Really, I got you remember Justin? Justin Torres?
Little Spanish boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my dog. I know you talk about. Hangs out with Jay.
Jairus.
Yeah, Jairus. Shout out to Jay Black. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Jay Black.
Yeah, I know exactly.
He gave me a mixtape, and the mixtape was it was a 3-way battle: Cassidy, J Hood, and Jim Jones.
J Hood. Wow. I don't mean to interrupt, but you took it back.
And I heard Cassidy's songs when Cassidy's songs was on there, and like hearing punchlines back to back like that. like that shit blew my mind, and it was like, all right, I'm gonna start writing now. I want to do this, and I already had a passion for writing already, so it was just it just coincided. Because even if I wouldn't been rapping, I probably would have been an author somewhere. Don't mean I can't still write a book, but that would have been what I would have depended my life on for, you know, currency and such.
Yeah, that's kind of like everybody that's been on here that's been an artist or that's been doing music. I think we all like can coincide with writing, because I was doing a lot of writing too before I started making music, because obviously writing is easier, and you're just, you know, you're writing to yourself, or, you know, in this case, if you're in school or anybody that, you know, you rock with that can do poetry and stuff. And I remember doing that at an early age too, like middle school type deal, getting up and just writing stuff for classes and stuff. Like I think by 11th grade I passed all my core classes, so like 12th grade was like my lit year. Like I had like nothing but like elective classes.
I did shit 12th grade.
Yeah, so I think I can't remember if it was actually called a literature class, but I remember there was a class on like writing. I don't remember the exact name, but I remember there was something that I did for an elective that we were able to like write, and it got me into like reading like Shakespeare and Hamlet and stuff, like crazy, like deep, like writing. And I took that with me, and I went home, and like I used to, before, like I said, like you said, like before we got into like the whole music thing, I'd write like poetry, like dumb stuff, you know, about girls and like random shit like in life. So then it coincides with like, you know, the whole music thing, because obviously you write to make songs, and you write to create content. So I could definitely dig that. So shout outs to, I can't remember the class, but shout outs to Hollywood Hills. I can't remember the class for my life of me, bro, because 12th grade was lit. Yeah.
I fucking hated that school, bro.
Man, chill. Bro. Hey, so trash, bro. Hey, it was all right. It was all right. I had a lot of good times there. It
was so trash, bro. I had good times too, but like when we're just talking about like the school component, like teaching the students, doing right by the students, and all that bullshit, like the school was trash.
It's better now. It's way better now. Like when my sister was there, growing up, she would tell me like it's gotten a lot better. I think the only thing that I liked the most about Hollywood Hills was the fact that the school lunches were pretty fire, dog.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. If going to school for lunch or going to school for breakfast was like a meme, they'll have like my picture or some shit right next to it. Because bro, when I started, my mom didn't let me work like that in high school because she was worried about me like slipping with my grades.
Yeah.
So after I proved to her, like, you know, I could keep my GPA up, let me work. So I would work, get paid, and then I would come to breakfast, and I'd just be like, let me get extra. And so I'd get like extra biscuits, like whatever it is, I would get double.
So you was stunting.
I was just stunting. It was like, yeah, let me get extra. To the point where like the cafeteria ladies was like, you gonna get extra? I was like, yeah.
That's how it was in lunchtime, bro. Remember when they had the salad bar all the way to the left? They had the regular school lunch in the middle, and then they had, they had
the wraps, bro.
I used to call it the rich people lunch all the way to the right, and they would sell like all like the most
subs and the wraps and the salads,
the hamburgers, bro, the cheeseburgers. I used to go ham. Oh my god! And then they sold Yoo-hoo. Come on, bro. They didn't give you the little carton milk that you get from the government, but you got Yoo-hoo over here, bro. I was stunting. And then we all came up with different ways and different procedures to how to try to steal cookies. I used to hide the cookies under my burgers.
Bro, I got a story to tell you, bro.
What's up?
Remember? I don't know if you remember, bro. I'm already laughing. You remember Ben? He was tall. He played basketball for Hills. He from Alpine. He stutter a lot.
Probably by face, dog. I'm getting old.
Real ugly nigga. Tall.
Bitch, you just named like 90% of my friends, dog.
Yo, so Ben, I think like honestly, like back then, I think Ben had like he was a little slow, bro. He had to be, bro. But he was just cruising, and I used to chill with Ben a lot. So um, one day in lunch, we going, but we in the regular lunch line, cause that's what Ben can eat. Around Ben, I'm not gonna be like extra or nothing like that, cause he really going through hard times.
Yeah.
So we was eating regular school lunch, and they were serving hot dogs that day. And we passed it. I get my tray, because you know they put the trays on the top for you to get.
Yeah.
I get my tray, Ben to get his tray. The lady went in the back for like something. She just disappeared for maybe no more than 5 seconds. Ben put a whole hot dog in his pocket.
Shout outs to Ben. This man stealing whole lunches. I'm over here talking about cookies and shit. Ben over here stealing a whole lunch. He done stole somebody else's whole lunch.
Bro, he put that shit in his pocket. And then the lunch lady was like, who took it? Who took it?
Come on, Ben. We gotta do better, man. Oh my god, this man took a whole hot dog and stuffed it in his
was
pocket.
So funny. No, because you see when niggas steal juices, niggas steal milk. If sometimes niggas even steal fruit. So it's like you can see that as regular, but niggas don't steal a whole lunch, bro. Like a whole lunch, bro.
Oh man, that's crazy. Shout outs to Ben, dog. Oh man, but let's switch back to some music topics, man. God damn, Ben. Let's talk about where.
Wait, before you get to the next topic, remind me later on before we end. I have another story with Ben.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna do it right now, but
shout out to Ben. We gotta get Ben on the podcast, bro. On your second episode, we're gonna have a co-host. We're gonna have Ben on the episode, bro. I'm gonna be like, what, yo, Ben, walk me through the hot dog incident.
I added him too. I added him maybe like a few years ago on Facebook.
Hey, shout outs to Ben, man. So with that being said, we're gonna talk about the dog keep making me laugh, dog. We're gonna talk about your name. It's very different, very unique name. Can you tell me where it originated from, where you got the idea for the name Emyhr?
Okay, so we already know I used to rap before, all that great stuff. I had a different name. I'm not gonna say what it was. I'm not gonna say who I was rolling with or nothing like that. I just had a different name. When that whole thing finished, because I don't know if people know, but I was an actual signed artist. So at that point, I went to school. I was under this name, and the people who owned that label, they ended up signing with We the Best. And so when they did that, they like stopped everything else, and we was done. We was out of a label deal. It didn't matter what was on those contracts. Like that's it. We would be the best. They want the producers, then that's who we take, and we don't. And tell y'all to give y'all a little proof for the people I was fucking with. One of the producers, he you know that little TikTok dance, the Renegade shit?
Yeah.
Renegade. Well, the nigga that made that beat, he's the one they signed to We the Best. So he has credit from like a lot of big name people, like they're on.
Yeah.
And that's the people who I was with. But then they cut ties and did their own thing. So I'm selling all that to say I stopped rapping. Like I was depressed, I was sad, like all that shit. Like I didn't even want to rap no more. Like that's when you see like the dirty side of the game. So I had stopped, and then something gave me, I don't know what it was, maybe probably was a girl or some shit. I just started rapping back up again, but I wanted a whole different identity. I wanted a new name. I wanted knew everything.
Okay.
So I knew first you gotta start with a name. So I was looking for a name. I had stupid names like Out B, and like I was just coming out with like stupid ass shit. I couldn't find a name that stick. I even wanted to do, I even wanted to do Gertz McGurts at one point. I'm like,
Nah, fam. Anyway. That's a no, bro. I probably would have had to pull your friendship card on that one, bro. I couldn't even. Yo, you heard my dog's music? Yeah, who he is, bro? Bert's McGurts. They'd have been like, bro, you don't take your 86-year-old rap name. Oh, man.
Cool in the gay guys.
Yeah, if you don't take your goddamn LL Cool J having ass.
So I'm on the internet and I'm on YouTube. When I used to go on YouTube, I would like watch a video, and then whatever's unrelated videos, I would just click and click and click and click.
Yeah.
So when you do that, you get to like weird sides of YouTube with like weird shit and like what's the name of that shit when you're like some psychedelic type shit. Like I don't know, it gets weird.
Yeah,
so
I call it. Me and wifey call it the dark side of YouTube. It's like when you first originally. Yeah. It's like when you first originally get on YouTube, you watch like what you want to watch, like from your subscribers or whatever. Like I'll get on and watch like some Dashy videos, some Maximilian videos, and then like it's like it happens worse at night. Like when you can't sleep, you'll watch what you want to watch, and then like next thing you know, you're going through the recommended, and you end up on like. Why do eggs not break in your hand but break in a skillet or some shit, and you're like at home like trying to break the egg in your hand, or why can't humans lick their elbows or some shit, like literally, like, you know, like I literally was in the living room trying to lick my elbow and I couldn't do it. So it's I call it the dark side. So it gets real, it gets real crazy. Yeah,
it gets weird. So I saw this thing, I don't know what it was, but it had a name and it had it backwards. And at the time, I was like I want to have a name that really represents what I want to do with rap, like what I want to represent, what I want to do, like what I'm gonna be known as.
Facts, yeah.
So I always wanted to like work with something musical, like flow this or rap this or like rhyme or beat or whatever, like represents sound and making music. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna rhyme. So I'm like, okay, so I know I want to rhyme. So what can I do? What can I use this as a name? Can I add maybe something in the front? Have like a 2 name, like a Kendrick Lamar type shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, cool. So I'm on YouTube. I'm on this dark side of YouTube, and like I said, they had one name, and then in the front of it, it was just the word, and it was the same word, but it was backwards. So I was like, shit, I know I want to rhyme. And I know I need a name, so let's do the same exact shit. Let's put that in reverse. I'll pronounce it as Emyhr, and then I have the same base word for rhyme, and like that's just how it came up.
Facts. That's like I've said in multiple outtakes of our episode. I think that's really dope that you can take not just only the name and flip it to make it work, but also give you like a brand new identity, because I won't say it here, but your original rap name is still the name of my contact in your phone. I haven't changed it. That's my bad.
A lot of people.
That's my bad.
I go to Driftwood. No, you good. I go to Driftwood, bro, and niggas still call me that name. Like niggas don't call me by nothing else. They listen to my music, repost my shit, let me know that they listening and see what I'm doing, and still call me that name. Like it would never leave me.
Yeah, it's weird because like when I talk to people that we're close to, I'll use your government, but like when I'm outside with other people that still know you by your government, I'll call you by your old rap name. It's weird. It's like you legit. It's like like you legit have like split personalities. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
pretty much.
Yeah. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde ass motherfucker over here and shit. But
yeah, cause even now, cause I know people like I wear my mask and all that shit. Like I don't go to like extreme lengths for you to not know who I am. Like it's pretty simple. Like if I ever get granted a what's his nigga name, Noir, whatever his name is.
I know you're talking about.
Whatever that nigga name is.
I know you're talking about.
If I ever get one of those interviews, like I wouldn't be shocked. if he has like a picture of my face, because it's really easy to find, bro.
Yeah. It's crazy because if you think about it, it's like I have two persons in one, and like the newer fans and the newer listeners and the newer people that only know you from Emyhr, and then like the older people like us that's been around for a while, we know all three. You actually have three, and it's like, even though you're the same fucking person, but obviously you're just, like I said, it's a split personality. Because if I noticed anything from your change, and I guess you can call it like evolution to who you are now, you hold this persona way higher than anything you've ever done in the past. Not saying that the first time was weak or anything like that, but you just hold this one like with a higher gratitude. Your attitude is really different towards it, which I think is fucking dope. And you already said it, and we're gonna touch on that next with the mask. And it, to me, it's just like you give the newer audience like that mysterious aurora, like why is this man wearing a mask? For those who don't know, Emyhr,
that's why my girl is my girl, because she hit my inbox asking about the mask.
You see how it works. But Emyhr wears a mask. That's part of his get up and his whole shtick and stuff like that, which I think is, I said it on every outtake, is incredibly dope. It's a dope idea. Like I said, the whole mystery, you know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't know who Spider-Man was until he took his mask off. We you know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't know who Deadpool was till he took his mask off. And Batman, I mean, everything. Superman only has really a uniform, but same difference, So it's kind of cool that you incorporate something like that to bring that mysterious aurora around you. It's like, why is this guy wearing a mask? Like, what does he have to hide? Like, people probably thinking like, this motherfucker only got like one eyeball, or he's missing a nose or some shit, like. So I've always held that
it's
out.
Really difficult, bro. It's difficult because like when it's time to perform, and it's like you try to get in, they're like, no, boy, you got to take that off. I'm like, nah.
It's like when you get you get the club flyers, it says like no hats, no tank tops, and then at the bottom it says in the asterisk it says, Emyhr, if you're attending, no mask. But yeah, so
no tank tops, say your name Tank Top T or some shit.
For real, right? Like, this is what I do. I wear tank tops when I rap. Guess what? You can't rap at the club, fam. You out of here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, or my name is Fitted Fat Willie or some shit. And like, nah, bro, you can't even come in here with that.
No fitted.
No fitted, bro. No fitted, bro. Yeah, it's got to go. You got to perform outside in the parking lot or some shit. You know what I mean? So I think it's a dope idea. I don't know if you want to touch on that, like where the idea came from, as to wearing the mask. As for
the mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the first part was getting a name, and then the second part was like, okay, I'm already changing my name. I'm coming off this terrible experience with music.
Yeah.
I don't really want nobody to know who I am. Like, after that, I want those people that dropped me or whatever the case was, like, I don't want them to know any information about me, because for what they know, I'm gone, I'm dead, I don't make music no more.
Yeah.
And it's like, part of it was just, I just wanted to get away from everything. I just wanted to start something so brand new that it like psychs me out to believe that it's a brand new thing. Like, my old rapping shit didn't exist. So it's like, it was a really feel good thing. And the way that it came about was, I decided that I didn't want to wear a mask. And it was like, okay, but what mask? And at the time, don't ask me why, but I had these 4 masks at the crib. I had the Iron Man mask. I had the Donatello Ninja Turtle mask.
Mm-hmm.
I had the Scully. Scully was the one-eyed one or the blue one?
I think it was the one-eyed.
Yeah, and I had his masks, and I had a Spider-Man mask too. So like, out of all those 4, the only one that fit my face good was like the Iron Man mask, and it was like, that's the one I wanted to go with. That's the one I wanted to choose. So That's when I got it, painted it, and to be real, it's not even an Iron Man mask. It was a Iron Patriot.
Hmm.
Yeah.
A little bit of
So
lore.
people don't even know that.
Yeah, a little bit of lore. I ain't mad. I didn't know. It on the outside it looks like an Iron Man mask. You know what I'm saying? Like from the outside, but that's pretty dope.
That's why I painted it, because it was the Iron Patriot. And if you like read comics and shit, then you wouldn't call me Iron Man, you know? Be like,
Facts.
Iron Patriot.
For sure, man. I think, like I said, touch back on it real quick. I think it's a dope concept, a dope idea, the whole mystery. And I've always liked, there's a couple of rappers that I like that wear masks, you know, like Emyhr and stuff like that. And I just think it's a real cool idea that you'll hear somebody's music, but you don't know what they look like. Like, let that sink in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you hear, like I could play you any Emyhr track right now, and then like let's say I play 5 songs, and you're like, damn, he's dope as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, what's his information, or you know, what's this, what's that, or whatever. You know, I send stuff to you for like Spotify, YouTube, or whatever, and IG, and you pull it up, and it's a guy wearing a mask like throughout all of his shit, and you're like, what is it? What does he look like?
Man.
I don't know what he looks like. And then I think that
works.
Yeah, I think that draws them like closer. You know what I'm saying, to you as an artist, because they don't know, and that's crazy. It's like, I want to know, and like, you know what I'm saying, like it's, I don't know, man. I love the idea. Sounds like I'm like riding your coattails, but like I just love the idea. Like, I'm kind of mad. I didn't come up with that shit myself, bro. I could have been out here with the Deadpool mask, and then you know you would have met up. You would have made your change and had the Iron Man. We could have been performing together. They'd have been like, what's wrong with these motherfuckers? But
No, but one cool thing too. When I go perform and all that shit, like I keep it on, like it's a persona. So it doesn't matter how hot I get, how dehydrated I get. Like it doesn't matter what's going on with my environment. Like it's not gonna come off. Like it's a part of me.
mm,
So it's like people think I'm weird already. They treat me as such, and it's like when I go to finally rap, like I could look in everybody's eyes and they really have no expectation of like what's gonna happen. Like they don't know if I'm about to do some Young Thug shit. They don't know if I'm finna rap. They don't know like what I'm finna do. And it's like it's always that like, it's always those like 5 seconds of like people not knowing until I actually start rapping that it's like the greatest gratification. Like.
mm-hmm.
When I'm doing these rap shit, like it's just a good feeling.
Facts. Like I said, man, I dig it, man. I dig it. And let's talk about this, since we talk about you as an artist as a whole. Let's dive into the music that you create. If you could describe to the people the kind of music that you make, like what does Emyhr make as a whole, as a whole artist for his content?
For the most part, I do feel it's very bar heavy. I'm not too big on song structure, so like as far as hooks and shit like that, I don't really make them.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of like I'm just gonna metaphor you to death, double entendre you to death, triple entendre you to death, metaphor you to death. Like that's all I'm trying to do. Besides being all bar heavy, I do speak about not situations, but I speak more about mental illnesses. I speak more about depression. I speak more about wanting to commit suicide. I speak more about just those things that society wouldn't necessarily speak about.
Mm-hmm.
And I do that as a relief to like get out. Not that I want to do these things, but it's just that it helps me release all this like negative energy and tension that I have built up when I do go through anxiety or panic attacks and stuff like that. So it's like I want to use that. I just want to use that to like, you know, help other people that's going through the same shit. Like hear it, understand that you can't be just the only one. And I know it sounds very cliche, but when you do fall into like a really, really dark spot and stuff like that, you understand that other people go through it.
Yeah.
But in your mind, you're thinking that nobody is going through it as worse as you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if somebody can go through those things and listen to my music, besides like me being all bar heavy and wanting to be this lyrical god or whatever the case is like I hope at least that part of my music change somebody's perspective to want to do better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the same thing goes for me. Like my last body of work that I did.
Which was really good. I listened to it twice in a row, and I don't usually. I don't know. I'm saying that just because I'm on the podcast.
Yeah.
I gave it a second listen, like right after I finished the first time, and I was pretty much impressed. That was your best work yet, bro.
Yeah, I tried doing something like really different. I just thought it was that time in my illustrious rap career, as I like to call it, just to do something totally off base. Like I wanted to just do something like what you're really not, like you're really not used to hearing. So I was up all night for like shit. I want to say maybe like 2 months. Like I was just going through YouTube, SoundClick, BeatStars, going through all this stuff, talking to producers, trying to get custom beats made and everything like that. And I just wanted this different feel. And just like when you listen to it, like the beat selection and what I'm saying and dealing with all of that, like I even touched on some of the stuff that you were talking about, like depression and inner demons and talking to yourself and seeing things and stuff like that. Not saying that I went through all of that personally. Excuse me. Even though I did, there was a bad part of my life where it was like really depressing, really dark. I wasn't talking to nobody and everything like that, and I touch on all that through my music with that body of work. And it not only made me feel better. So when you say like when you make it like how you can cope and how you can make other people understand what you're saying and what you're going through, it just made me feel better that I can make something like this to where other people can maybe even agree. You know what I'm saying? So I dig what you're talking about with your music, because like I said, like I've seen you from the beginning and I've seen you all the way up until now. So like the evolution of like what you speak about, what you talk about is kind of like an innuendo of like us growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like you weren't going through all of this when we were 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, or not even like 12, 13, 15 years old at the time. And then like it's crazy when you get out of high school, or you get out of college or whatever, you get your first job and you move out and you do all this stuff and you actually become an adult. It's like you get hit with like all these different types of feels and these different types of situations and shit like that. So it's always good.
You're carefree, bro.
Yeah.
When you're growing up, you're pretty much carefree. Like you understand that situations is not the best and all that stuff, but you don't care. Like as a kid, you could care less if your dad has $1 million or he has $1. Like you're just trying to play, just trying to have fun.
Yeah,
so
man.
It's like it doesn't hit you really to you really have to do stuff where life even forces you at an early age to grow up and not even see that anymore. And it's like that's what really causes all those issues, bro. Because it gets heavy, bro.
Yeah, especially now. I mean, it's crazy now, like with everything that's going on with current world situations and the pandemic and stuff like that. Like, I couldn't even imagine, not even just bringing in a child right now, just having a child right now. That's under 10 years old. Like,
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy how times change, man. People don't have money, people losing their bills, their cars, their houses, their jobs. Like, there's people with full families that are just getting by and they can't do things with their kids. It's like, you go through that stuff, and sometimes, you hit up this music, man, not the saying necessarily us, but like just music in general. There's many artists that can give you that escape for 30 minutes or an hour or 15 minutes or even 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many different ways that you can cope with it. And I can agree with touching on those subjects, because the way society is set up too with this music stuff, it's like, especially like industry stuff, it's hard to like get your point across without them automatically judging you. You know what I'm saying? Like like the one thing you talked about was like suicide and stuff like that. Like imagine if Imagine if there was a song about suicide. And no, I'm not talking about Logic's, because Logic's was like all poppy, go heavy. I mean like some real deep, like real
I was
deep.
thinking about that nigga just
Yeah,
that.
because that's the only real like suicide song that actually got airplay. I mean, there's other songs that are talking about that.
Like you can say what's we call it Suicidal Thoughts by Biggie, but I never felt that song touched really what it really means. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's
like it was a good song. It's a classic, and it did hit mainstream. But it's like I felt like it was like exactly that mainstream. Like it was. It didn't really tap into why you would do something or how something can get you put his way. Like it really didn't tap into that.
Yeah, it's hard to break out.
He was just complaining about regular shit.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. It's hard to break out and get your point across sometimes, like especially with, like I said, like the industry and like how everything is portrayed now. And even though they still do glorify like, you know, guns and rap and like drugs and shit like that, obviously, because it's been since day one. It's just harder for like us to like get out there and just say what we want to say, even though we have the freedom of speech, it's like still being restricted like heavily. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I got a new song out.
Still being restricted.
Yeah, it's like I got a new song out that's talking about, you know, suicidal thoughts or depression. And then like somebody else will come out with a song.
I could never post music on Facebook.
Nah, don't even do it, dog. Don't even do it. Thank God we have different outlets now, because if it wasn't for like Spotify and Tidal and SoundCloud and stuff like that, Facebook would have our shit muted the fuck out. Like as soon as we post it, we're getting thrown in Facebook jail for the month. You know what I'm saying? I see y'all boys on the outside, bro. But yeah, for real, send some shit in my commissary, baby. You already know I'll be out and I'll post another track to piss people off again. Fuck them. But
I'll be posting a status soon.
Yeah, for real. On a different note, fuck Facebook. Tell Mark I said it myself. I've been in jail like 3 times already during this fucking bullshit.
You already know the Illuminati, bitch. You censored right now. You blocked right now.
It's alright. Somebody gonna
try to log in right now. See.
For real, you know the phones is listening. Oh shit. Better check my shit, bro.
You already know the fans listening.
But since we're talking about music itself, as an entirety, I'm gonna ask you, who's heavy in rotation in your playlist right now?
That's a good question.
Yeah, it's been like 2 months since we started, so your list might have changed. You see what I'm saying? I fucking hate life. I fucking hate life.
It changed completely. I listen to, and don't judge this list, it's just that my favorites don't make music anymore, so it's really hard to find somebody. So right now, top, I would say Westside Gunn.
Okay.
A lot of Griselda too, but mostly Westside Gunn. Like for some reason, I like him.
Westside's cool.
I've been listening to. Well, let me just pull out my playlist. Why don't I just do that?
There you go.
Instead of just trying to guess.
Yeah, shout out.
I know Westside Gunn.
Yeah.
No, you said what now?
No, I was gonna give a shout out to my cousin because he put me on Westside. I didn't even know who the hell Westside was until Josh came up and was like, "Yo, you heard this?" and sent me the Spotify link, and I was like, "Yo, this shit is fire." Like this shit is fire. Like who the hell is this guy? But shout out to Sleepy, bro. Yeah. So we got Westside. Who we got next?
Sleepy is cool. We got Westside. There's this little, and don't judge me, guys. There's this little band that came out, and I guess, well, I don't know when they came out, but they have an album that they dropped in 2018. They're called the Aces, and the Aces, they're like this little pop punk rock band. It's a group of like 4 little white girls, and they sing these nice little white people pop songs. And I just been listening to it. Like, I listened to the whole album. They dropped an album yesterday.
No.
In 2 years, and I downloaded it off the rip. Like, they're dope as fuck. Like, it's 4 little white girls. They sing, and they sing they pop music, and they're fucking awesome. And one of the songs was on 2K, so 2K put me on. And they're fucking amazing. They're amazing. So
That's
is them, West Side Gun. See, I'm still scrolling down because West Side Gun. I've been listening. Oh, yo, you know this other nigga that wears a mask? Rumor? Is this nigga?
I've heard of him, but I have not listened to him. He's dope.
He's fucking dope, dog. Like he sings country music. He sings
Wait.
country music.
Wait a minute. He has a mask on and he sings country music, like a ski mask.
He's a black nigga with fucking gold teeth, tattoos, a mask, and he raps and he sings country music. But he sings country music it's like trap country music, but it's really heavy on the country.
So it's not.
So like you'll hear like the hip hop drums and shit like that, but very slight. Like it's really heavy country before trap.
So it's not no Old Town Road type shit. Like I don't want it's not okay.
He's singing and he's like, hold this bitch that, like he talks about drugs, he talks about sex, he talks about
he changing the game, bro. What?
And it's country, bro, and he can sing. Like he's not a gimmicky rap. I understand because he's wearing a mask, but this nigga can actually sing.
He's on
the album.
Spotify?
Yeah, and the way you spell his name, which was really dope, because I don't know my name, I guess. His name is Rumor, but the way you spell it is RMR. So I've been listening to him. He's crazy dope. Like he has like a country ballad on his song, but it's talking about fuck the police with like a whole country like beat with no hip hop drums at all, just pure country. And he's saying fuck the police. Like he's like fucking awesome, bro.
I'm gonna have to look him up, bro. That's crazy to me. Oh, that's crazy. Country, trap, rap, extravaganza. I don't know how else to explain it. That's crazy. The concept is mind blowing. I'm physically like literally like mind blown. Like when you said it, like and to boot, he's African American. On top of that, like there's not many of those in the country in the country genre
at all.
That's crazy. I'm mind blown, bro. That's crazy. God damn.
You gotta go listen to him. So him, I've been listening to I'm putting on one of my little rapper friends. His name is Scarlett. He's pretty dope. He gives me an Andre 3000 vibe. I've been listening to his album. It's called Phoenix.
Okay. So I seen him in your stories.
You seen him? I was listening to him in my car. Yeah.
Yeah, I seen him in your stories before. I gotta check him out too. Yeah. All right.
Like he's cool. And the last one, I would say Coffee. I've been listening to a lot of Coffee.
Okay.
And Freddie Gibbs.
Freddie Gibbs. Wow, that was
got on him.
That was left field. Freddie's cool.
And I've been listening to and Tyler, and that's about it. That's all for my list right now.
Tyler the creator?
A lot of Tyler. Yeah.
Man, come on, dog. Tyler's classic, bro. I love Tyler. I've loved him ever since he came out. Like as soon as he came out, it was just like instant for me, bro. Like I always listen to Tyler.
Yeah, me too.
That motherfucker's.
Me too.
He's in his own fucking world.
He helped. Most definitely. He helped me boost myself. Like I don't know if I'm saying this correctly. Like he helped me boost into knowing myself more. Like it's weird because like with music, when I first got onto music, I thought that I had to rap about guns. I thought that I had to rap about having guns and cars and everyone who's listening, I've never like held a gun before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like at all.
Yeah.
So it's like that's the type of shit I used to rap about because I didn't know because I would listen to Cassidy and all these things and it's like, okay, that's what I gotta rap about. So then when Lupe came out and we already know how I feel about Lupe, that could be another hour
episode.
Podcast.
Yeah.
He helped me, like he made it okay to be like, yo, my nigga, you watch anime all day. You're such a nerd that you watch it with English subtitles. You read comic books. You do like all these what people say unblack type things.
Yeah.
Put this in your music. This is who you are. Do that. So I was like, okay, cool. So like when Lupe came out, he changed my whole way of thinking with rap. Wanted me to be better. And then the last person was like Tyler. He like came in and was like, it's okay to not give a fuck sometimes and still be you. Because sometimes I feel like I have to put everything on my shoulders type shit.
Yeah.
And he just let me know, like, nigga, you can still be you, but fuck that. Do shit the way you want to do. Don't conform to nothing else. Do whatever the fuck you need to do, how you want to do it, no matter how loud it is, how quiet it is. Do it because you want to do it and not because somebody said so. But like when he came out in that movement, like I feel like not because I see him as like a rap god or anything like that, but I feel like his perspective on things and what I learned, what I attained, it helped me boost my lyricism to like another level. So like those are the two like monumental people that help shape like how I rap and what I do. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and that's I'm gonna give another shout out to my cousin. That's how I felt when I hit a plateau during my little rap sting, and like I think every rapper has gone through that where they just said I'm not rapping no more, or they gave it up or whatever. And I remember Sleepy came and he texted me and he's like, "Yo, you heard this dude?" I was like, "Who?" And he put me on XV, and I was like,
yeah, he loves XV.
Oh, I love XV too, bro. Like, oh my god. So he put me on this guy, and I checked him out. I was listening to his songs, and he was literally rapping about everything that I fucking do: comic books, superheroes, anime, Xbox, Gears of War, you name it, bro. And he was just going off, and I was like, yo, who?
Yeah.
I was like, who is this dude? And like, and he was big in me coming up, you know, especially recently, like within the last like 6-8 years, and he's still hella underrated, by the way. And yeah, once I started listening to him more, and like when he was dropping his stuff or whatever, and then when he released Popular Culture, I was mind blown. And like the whole body of like the whole mixtape, like from beginning to end, basically it played like a movie. He had like the dopest skits, the dopest sound bites, concepts for music. It was bananas. It was bananas. He made a song with the damn Donkey Kong instrumental, and it was in regards to
probably sound hard, bro.
Dude, it's a song called Zombieland, bro. Like it's crazy. It's just crazy how like somebody can just be regular, and that's like, you know, when you talk about Tyler like giving you inspiration and motivation to just be yourself. That's basically how I felt with XV. I was like, bro, this man is living and rapping about shit just like me, like literally, like Xbox, video games, anime, bro. You into all that shit, you know what I mean? But he's like getting plays and he's getting noticed, and like people think he's dope. And I was like, bro, you could do the same shit. So like, you know, like there was like a time where I was like heavy like video game bars every other song in my work and stuff like that. So like I would always like put like some type of video game reference in my shit, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, there's
I do the same thing with Aladdin.
There's different ways to like, you know, do your shit. So like, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, I mean, at the end of the day, we all know it's like you do what you want to do, but it's also dope that you can find an outside motivational source to be like, look, I'm doing it too, you know what I'm saying? And again, shout out to Lupe. I love Lupe too. I mean, probably not as much as you because you're like number one, but like I fucking love Lupe. Like, I mean, I
dropped something 2 days ago too.
See, he be teasing me, bro. I just wish he would just come out with some new shit, just to be like, yo, I'm here, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it don't gotta be like, it don't gotta be food and liquor or anything, you know, kick and push type shit. But just let me know you still there, bro. You feel me? So I feel
like I really when it comes to Lupe, like I don't know, like it's weird because, you know, as being a rapper, you're like, you're competitive, you want to be better than other people. Well, at least I do. Secretly, I don't like to like brag about it or nothing. But I want to be able to know that my pen game is better than yours. And it's like every time I feel like I'm getting close to Lupe, because if you don't know me, like I say, I hold him as like my god type shit.
Yeah.
So it's like anytime I'm feeling close, anytime I'm feeling I'm reaching demigod level, like he does something to be like, oh shit, I don't even want to rap no more type of shit. Like he dropped Mural, and for guys who don't know Lupe and probably just know him by Kick Push, um, listen to Mural. Like Mural is like a masterpiece of bars and double and triple and quadruple entendres. Like it's like literally one of those, like, I don't know, like I honestly feel like it's the best rapping song like in the world. Like it's crazy. And it's like I try to reach that level, like that's what I aim for, that's what I strive for. It's like I don't know. I just gotta keep working. I'm not there yet.
Shout out to Lupe, man. Fuck it. Yeah, that dog. He again another artist who's like on a totally different level, man. It doesn't get enough respect, obviously, as well too. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and jump into these top 3 questions. And they're kind of random, but not random because I know who you are, so it's not gonna be that bad. So we're gonna start it off easy. We're gonna start off with your top 3 favorite rappers.
You already know Lupe's on that list. Lupe, Cassidy, and Earl Sweatshirt.
Shout out to Earl. I'm my dog. I love me some Earl,
and you
man.
know, like Earl is dope, and it's like, I mean, I get it. People gonna say Tupac and Biggie, like I understand it 100%. Like I get it, but don't crucify me. Like I didn't really care too much for Tupac.
They not in my top 3, Tupac. So I can agree.
And it's like,
you know,
I like Biggie over Tupac just because he's more bar heavy, and that's like my style.
Yeah.
But I don't put them in my, like, maybe, I don't know, Tupac might not even be on my list. And that sounds crazy, but it's just because, you know, music is subjective. Music is what people made you feel during what times, what songs help you get through this, what songs you connected more, what beat you like best. Like, music is subjective. So it's like with me, Tupac never really connected. Oh, the only songs I really know, the only songs that really like stick to me is like, you know, the little mainstream ones. But I've tried it. I went back and listened to albums and see like, you know, see what people were saying and stuff like that. It just never gravitated with me. So
yeah,
I say those 3.
Same thing with me, man. Like I don't shame them, and it's not like I don't listen to them, but like for me,
yeah, like we understand what they did for the culture, like we get it.
Yeah, it's just not as moving for me. You know what I'm saying? Like once again, like you said, like music is heavily opinionated, and it's basically what you feel and what you like. You know what I'm saying? So like to me, they both obviously are pioneers and staples in the rap game. They have tremendous bodies of work. And they get respect for doing it so well. But as far as like, you know, if I had to choose like a top 3 or top 5, like the only one I would put in there would be Tupac. Just simply the fact because of who I am. Like you are bar centrated and you like heavy bars and word plays and stuff like that. I am the total opposite, and I'm more conscious and I like storytelling, you know, hence why I like, you know, J. Cole and Mac Miller and everybody so much, because they can sit down and tell you a story, and you can be like, you know, after you get done listening to a certain type of song, you know, you scratch your chin and you're like, God damn, I felt that. You know what I'm saying? Not just like, oh, you heard how he was flipping the same word like 10 12 times or this and that, you know what I'm saying, which is cool. I'm not saying that it's not, but it's like, you know what I mean, like I gotta be able to feel you like on a totally different level, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
I'm really big into like battle rap and shit like that. Like I'm part of the culture. I know I watch every battle. Like I'm heavily influenced too. So it's like that's just my background. Like, you know, like heavy bars, punchlines, crowd room shakers and stuff like that. So it's like, you know, most definitely understand with storytelling versus the bars and all that stuff. So I just hope people understand why we don't have them so highly what's the name? So highly held up, you know.
Oh yeah, they're not on the pedestal. Like every time somebody brings up top 3, top 5, like you guys know that you don't have to automatically put them there. Like I mean, if they tickle your pickle like that, then that's all well and good. But just don't subside the fact that
everybody
there's
to do it. You feel me?
don't subside the fact that there's other artists that were probably on the same level or even better just through their bodies of work and how they represent themselves in the rap game. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we know they're some of the greats, but they don't have to be great to me. You know what I'm saying? But I rock with both of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I rock with both of them.
Yeah, because it works like the same way for me. Like, I think like Lupe is like a god.
Yeah.
The next nigga say Lupe trash as fuck. So it's like you know what I'm saying?
Facts. But I mean, hey, heavily opinionated, to each its own. We're gonna move to the next top 3. This one is a little bit more down your lane. Top 3 anime shows. What's your top 3 anime shows?
Okay. Now, what I'm about to say.
Oh shit.
Because I don't want people to think like, oh my god, he doesn't watch anime. But let me defend myself. Okay. Let me defend myself.
Okay.
First, let me give y'all a story, because this is what we're here for. For people that don't know, I was into anime before I knew it was a thing. Like, I just liked watching it. It was just something that I watched. I didn't even know I was watching anime. I thought I was watching cartoons. So like in middle school, when I was in middle school, that was like the whole Dragon Ball Z rage. But I didn't know it was a thing. I only felt like I was like the only one watching it, because nobody else in my school got excited about it. I went to Addicts Middle School, for those that don't know. And it's a black school, and nobody else really got excited. Like, I would get made fun of. Like, nobody would try to fight me. I didn't get picked on or nothing like that. But people would make fun. Like, so it's like, that was one of those things that I had to hold to myself, because it's like, do I really want to say this? And then I gotta rank all day because people want to make jokes and all that shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, I just held it to myself. So like, I would literally come home, get off the bus, run straight home, watch Tsunami, and watch my Dragon Ball Z. Like, that's like the era that I come from. I would watch that, Rurouni Kenshin. I would watch Inuyasha. I would watch like all these OG animes, Gundam Wing. I used to watch all these shits. Never even knew I was watching it. So anyways, just a little background. My top 3, I would say is Naruto. And I'm not just saying Naruto because I know that's like the mainstream thing. That's what everybody's watching.
Yeah.
But I grew up with the show. Like from reading it in the book, like little comic books.
Yeah,
the
manga.
Shonen Jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the manga. Like, I literally read the whole first 2 seasons of Naruto before I watched it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the era that I'm coming from.
And that shit hits
So
different
like,
too when you read it and then watch it.
It is different when you read it.
Yeah.
Like, people would never understand that. So it's like, you can't even call yourself like you watch anime if you never even read a manga. And niggas that do know, books don't go from right to left; they go from left to right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really a different concept when it comes to the mangas.
Yeah.
So that's why I say Naruto. Like, I literally cried. I burst in tears.
Yeah, I already know where you're going.
When Pain destroyed Leaf Village and Naruto was away training, bro, I cried real tears, bro.
Yeah, man, that shit.
Bro,
that shit hurt. That shit hurt.
Bro, you not listening, bro. I cried real tears, and I called out of work, bro.
Damn! Wow, I didn't think you were gonna go that far.
Bro.
Oh wow, no, that shit really hurt, dog. Because
I called out of work.
Yeah, for me, Naruto is definitely up there. But like, I don't know, something about me. I like the anti-heroes a lot in animes. Not saying that Naruto didn't pop off.
By all the characters you like you like Sasuke, you like fucking
Orochimaru, all of them,
Bakugo.
bro. Bakugo. Well, Bakugo.
Like...
No, listen, Bakugo was kind of like Bakugo never really was evil. He was just like, like really like against Deku. So like, I mean, he was like a Vegeta before Vegeta got good. If that makes any sense. He was already the good Vegeta.
No, that makes sense.
You know,
because he
but
was already good.
yeah,
Bakugo is good still.
I just like that he just doesn't fuck with Deku. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like
At
Goku
all.
either. I don't like Goku either, bro. Like, I hate Goku. Like, ever since the beginning. Like, when I first seen Vegeta come down and was like, you know, you're not the only Saiyan. I'm about to fuck some shit up. I was like, yeah, bro, that's my dog. And then everybody's like, oh, Goku could kill everybody. I'm like, bro, I don't give a shit. Does he have the attitude? Does he have the attitude? No. He's always like, I'm gonna go save the whole world, everybody. Oh, everybody love me. Everybody love me. And then the thing that gets me mad is like this motherfucker's died like 100 times and they always bring him
I was
back.
just about to bring that up.
Let this motherfucker die and just stay dead for a little while. Let somebody else shine.
And they always find a way to bring him back. They'll say something like, "Oh, he doesn't have a body to come back to. He can't die no more. If he dies again, then he's gonna die for real." And then he dies for real. And then they say, "No, he didn't die for real. He died for fake. And now if he dies this time, then he'll die for real." Like, shut the fuck up, bro.
I'm tired of Goku, man.
How many times can you bring people back, bro?
I'm tired of Goku, bro. Fuck that shit. So you got Naruto. Who's your second pick?
Hunter x Hunter.
Okay.
Hunter x Hunter was it was really good, bro. Like, it was really good. I didn't experience it ongoing like I did Naruto. And for people that think they watch anime, like, anime ongoing means that like you're watching a show as it's happening. So like I used to have to wait every Thursday for Naruto to come out, or whenever they want to take a break, I would have to wait 2 weeks. So it was like I didn't get to do that with Hunter x Hunter. I probably would have enjoyed it more. Like, I understand binge watching is like a thing, but like, I'm really old school, so it's like I really appreciate like waiting, getting excited for an episode, thinking about it all week, and then finally sitting down and getting that satisfaction. Like, it's all about like the little things, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I didn't get to do that with Hunter x Hunter. I didn't read the manga, but it was a really good. I think it was a really good show. It was kiddie at first, but then it got real dark real quick.
Took a left turn, no signal.
And third, and people are gonna judge me for this because I didn't even say Dragon Ball Z. It's a tie between Yu Yu Hakusho.
Okay.
And Zoids.
Zoids?
Zoids was fucking dope to me, bro.
I don't think I've watched Zoids.
Zoids was like it was like animated, and they would get like 3D animated. They would get into like these Gundam animal type things.
Oh, I'm sold. I'm fucking sold. That's it. That's all you need to say. I was gonna assume that you meant like a Megazord, like Power Rangers type shit, and I didn't want to sound like
a Megazord. That's even better.
I didn't want to
better,
sound
like a Megazord.
I didn't want to sound like a dumbass, and you were like, "No, bro," like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so once you told me that, I'm sold,
exactly
bro.
Like that.
I'm sold.
That's exactly like it is. Megazords.
I'm sold, bro. I'm sold. So,
and it's about this boy. Real quick. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
It's about this boy. Because like the world revolves around Zoids. Like, there's Zoids tournaments, the Zoids do stuff for the world. Like, they find resources, use them for entertainment, use them for all types of shit. Like, Zoids are in this world. So like Zoids are very expensive. They're very expensive to fix. And like, people, you know how in life they're celebrities, so they became professional Zoid fighters. And like, they would have teams and they would do like different certain things. And it's like, this boy, he wanted to be champion. I can't remember his name, and I know I said it's like top 3, but it's been a really long time since I watched it. He found a Zoid like in a wasteland, like a dump yard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
dumpster, whatever the case is.
Yeah.
And he got into it and ended up working, and like, this is supposed to be like your worst type of Zoid, and he like builds this shit up and makes it like the best shit ever, and it's like, I don't know, it's really dope.
I fucks with it. I was fucking sold as soon as you said the fucking Zoids, like the robots and shit. I love that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a big Power Ranger fan. So I was sold as soon as you said it. So I might have to check that one out too. If I had a top three, my top three is fucking easy as shit. I would say Pokemon, of course. A lot of people don't classify it as anime, but I grew up with Pokemon. Still collect Pokemon cards.
No,
with
that's
the wife.
definitely an anime.
Yeah,
it's
gotten real fucking anime later in the more recent episodes.
Ant, real quick, Ant.
Yeah.
The song that's playing, that's that Kill Bill shit.
Yeah, that's the dude I was telling you before the podcast, the dude that samples music.
You know, like Kill Bill is like my favorite movie.
Oh, Kill Bill is the shit, bro. Yeah, he sampled it. Oh, yeah, that's Kill Bill, bro.
That's dope.
But
That's dope.
yeah,
Number two.
Pokemon. Then I'm gonna go with the. You already know where I'm going with this. My Hero Academia, of course. Shout out to Bakugo. You already know. That was the anime that got me back into anime after Dragon Ball Z. Like after Dragon Ball Z stopped and got to GT, I stopped watching it. I didn't really like the direction it was going, even though it got hella better. I still watch it from time to time, but just not as up until the Buu saga, like the OG. I was like attached. I was like all in it. And when My Hero came out, the story, the characters, the fights, the animations was just off the fucking chain. And yeah, My Hero Academia for my second. And top three, it's a newer one, and I'm still waiting for a the second season. It's kind of crazy that I'm putting it top three, but it's like I was hooked and I just want more. Is Demon Slayer. I don't know if you watch Demon Slayer.
Bro, no. You're speaking to me, kid. It's me.
Oh yeah. Well, I forget sometimes because a lot of people watch anime, but they don't watch it regularly. You know, I just started getting back into watching I just caught up with a bunch of animes. I just started God of High School. If you haven't watched that, you need to start watching that. That shit is dope.
I heard of it, but I haven't started yet.
Bro, it's only on its second episode, but I'm watching it from the start. It just dropped maybe a couple of weeks ago. It's fucking dope. It's basically like people and students, and they fight in these tournaments, and it's called the God of High School, and they basically just go and they fight in these big ass tournaments. And I don't know the character's name by memory like right now because I'm new to it, but there is a you know how they have like strong characters every episode, like you run into a Kakashi or like a like a Jiren or Vegeta or something that you already know they're strong. There is a female on here. She is a wrestler, and in the intro of the God of High School, the intro of the theme and everything like that, she is stone cold stunning somebody, and I was fucking so like balls to the wall, like the meanest stone cold stunner you ever seen in your life, and it's from a female. And I was like,
neck for real.
Yeah, and I was like, bro, I am sold, bro. I want to watch this shit. But I saw one of my YouTube people that I follow. He was doing a reaction to like the first episode, and I heard about it. I was like, whatever. I hear about the next new anime like every month or every couple of months. I'm like, it's okay or whatever, and I never really stick to it. Yeah, because
people waiting for it.
Yeah, so like people were like, yo, we've been reading the comics and the manga and da-da-da, and Crunchyroll's about to come out with this shit, da-da-da-da. So when it dropped, everybody was talking about it. So like last night, I renewed my Crunchyroll just to watch it. And I watched both episodes, and I was like clicking next, and it wasn't going anywhere because there was only 2 episodes. But
because they ongoing.
Yeah, but it's definitely the animation, the concept, like everything, like the main guy. Like again, I'm sorry for those who watch it or know it like by hand. I'm new to it, but the main guy who wears the goggles with the crazy eyes, he's a dope ass character. Like I said, the girl, I'm gonna send you a link after this, and to the girl that's a wrestler that's stone cold stunning people out here in these streets, like for real. She's fucking dope. So yeah, it would be Pokemans, and then it would be My Hero Academia, obviously. My mom calls him Pokemon when I was growing up. She's like, are you going out there to fucking go? You're gonna go out there to go buy some Pokemon cards? I said, you damn right I am. Shit, I don't work for this shit for free. So
bruh, like real random, real quick, bruh. The first thing I ever stole in life was a fucking Pokemon card.
Man, I have so many stories about stealing Pokemon cards, man. It's crazy, bro. Oh,
And
but yeah.
mine's for 2G. Mine's for 2G. Real quick. Let's get one Pokemon story apiece real quick.
All right, go ahead.
So, what you call it? I stole the most dumbest card too. It's not like I stole a holographic. It's not like I stole
This nigga
a
stole a Weedle.
Charizard. Bruh, let me tell you the story.
My man stole a Kakuna, bro.
I stole a Metapod, man.
Oh shit! Not the Metapod.
No, I'm playing. I ain't still a Metapod. So we're it's after school. I'm at Driftwood Elementary, and what you call it? I go to like the rec center. This is the rec center before they remodeled it.
Yeah.
And you know they used to have the little park where the parking lot is.
Mm-hmm.
So we're in that little park, and the kid is showing me his cards. And I ain't have much. Like I had like throwaways that nobody wanted and stuff like that. So I could never trade for anything good anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So we going through the shit, and you know he showed me his holographic Charizard. He showed me his holographic Dragonair. He shows me like all these crazy cards, right?
Yeah.
And those aren't the cards that I even steal. So I come across.
My dog said, "These ain't even the cards I steal, bro. Fuck out of here."
Bruh, so because if you steal those, like people could tell, like, bruh, where's my Articuno, or you know, like shit like that.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
What you call it, bro? I saw Onyx, a regular Onyx, bro.
Damn.
Common card, bro. I had his deck in my hand, pause, and
Yeah.
I took off running with the Onyx. Like I didn't even take the whole deck with me. I only took the Onyx and ran. Like I just ran way home. Like I just ran.
But giving this goddamn Onyx, bitch, I'm out of here. Boom, out of here, bro. That's crazy, bro. The fucking Onyx, bro. The fucking
An Onyx, a regular Onyx, bro. Like it wasn't even like it was a common card. It wasn't like it was a rare card, holographic. It was a regular Onyx, bro.
Damn. See,
only
my
ability was fucking rock throw or some shit.
Yeah, that shit only did 10 damage. Fuck out of here. my quick Pokemon story is a little bit more evolved. This was when I was getting out of the Pokemon game, and I had a shitload of cards, a shitload. Where I was living at my mama's house, I don't know if you remember where my mom stays, over there by the Hard Rock.
Yeah.
There used to be
of course.
There used to be a fucking card place called Dragon's Dungeon or Dungeon of Dragons or something like that.
I know. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
I know
Best place ever for growing up, especially if wanting Pokemon cards and Magic cards and shit like that. So I'm about 15. No, I think I'm a little older. I think I'm like 16 or 17 years old. And I had all the cards. They were all in great condition, with the sleeves and everything like that. So like, I knew my shit was not whack. Yeah, I knew my shit was not whack. So I go in there and I'm telling everybody like, hey, if you guys need Pokemon cards, I got all the OG sets, first editions, Charizards, whatever you need. So this white boy comes up to me. He goes, how much you want for all of it? I was like, bro, if I sell everything, shit. I mean, I got Charizards in here. Charizards go for like, at the time, I mean, right now, like a base edition, first edition Charizard right now goes for like 55 grand, bro. So at the time, they were only worth about maybe like in mint condition. And if they were graded, like almost like 400, like 350, 400. So I said, my holograms aren't graded, but I know they're in mint condition because I double sleeve them. So what I do is I put the card in the sleeve, and then I turn the card upside down and I put it in the binder. So it's basically like getting double sleeve. So there's no way that the dust and shit can enter the sleeve. You know what I'm saying? So I was heavy on that shit. I knew techniques, how to clean, everything. So long story short, I come up with a roundabout number. I say 700. I said 700 for everything. So he goes, okay, cool. He says, can I look at it? I say, yeah, no problem, bro. So he looks at it, and remind you, I have my cards there. So he's looking through it or whatever. He sees everything. He's like, yo, where's the Charizards? I'm like, the Charizards are still at the crib. Like, I don't bring them shits out the house. Like, people will steal up here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I deal with it all the time. So he goes, okay. So I'm like, if you give me the money now, and remind you, we're young. This kid probably was a year older than me. I said, if you give me the money now, I'll come back with the Charizards. So he's like, all right, bet. I was like, I literally live on 50th Street. He goes, oh, okay. Yeah, I'm like, right around the corner. I was like, where you stay at? He's like, oh, I'm visiting from, like, visiting my mom's house or some shit from, like, Cooper City or some dumb shit. So, like I said, I live by the Hard Rock, so Cooper City's a little bit of ways, and me and this nigga, we both don't got cars or nothing like that, so I already know. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. So I'm like, all right, give me the money now, and I'll go back, and you already know where I'm going. I was like, give me the money, and I'll go back, and I'll get the Charizards. So he goes, okay, cool, no problem. So he goes, I don't know how this kid had all this money on him. He was literally 18 or 19. Bruh. So he went to the.
I gotta tell you, my white boy. My little white boy had a lot of money stored too.
So you went. Go ahead. So he went to the ATM, came back, and I was waiting there. I gave him because I had binders and boxes. You remember when Pokemon cards you had like the boxes where you could put all your cards in and shit. Like I had all these cool decorated handmade boxes and shit. So I gave him everything. And I said, all right, I live right around the corner. I'll be back in like 10 minutes, dog. You feel me? So he's like, all right, cool. So he gave me $700, and I never came back.
Little Charizards.
I had 5 Charizards, and I kept them all in my crib, and then I ended up selling those the legal way down the road for I think 600. I gave them all away for 600. They weren't graded, so I didn't know. I didn't know like if they were worth any more. But like now today, because I still collect Pokemon cards with the wife, and I just recently looked it up, and a couple of the YouTube people I watch, they have Charizards and they get them graded. If you can find a base set from the first box in mint condition, PSA graded 9 or 10, they're in the range between 22,000 and 55,000 for PSA 10. It's crazy. Wow. And people pay that, bro. They literally sell these cards for that much, which is insane. Yeah, man. So
that's great.
Shout out to Pokemon.
So let me tell you my little.
Yeah. Tell me about.
Let me tell you my little white boy story.
Yeah.
So for people that don't know, I'm a retired sneakerhead, and this was before you got to do a raffle and all that crazy shit you got to do now. I don't even know what they're doing now, but I'm retired. So my cousin, he ended up he had like some kind of like murder charge thing that he was fighting, and then like after he like finished that, he still had like house arrest and he needed money and stuff like that. But he couldn't really work and blah blah blah. So it's like to help out, I was like already coming out of the shoe game anyways, so it was like, let me help sell some shoes. I got some shoes I can sell. I know you got some shoes. I know you want to do it, but let's sell these shoes.
Yeah.
So it so happens that the sneak exchange was like that weekend or whatever the case was.
Mm-hmm.
So we take at least like 40 pairs of sneakers, and it's actually me, LA, Beans, and Beans. This girl I knew, Kaylin.
Mm-hmm.
And we're all holding like 10 boxes apiece, like in our hands, or I may be exaggerated, but we had a lot of shoes and we was all carrying them.
Yeah.
We had a notebook for how much they cost, and we was gonna like trade shoes, but we were looking more to sell them so we could get cash to help my cousin. So my cousin, he had a pair of Louis V Yeezys when he was still with like Nike. And at the time, those shoes at the time were probably $3,000-$4,000. And we also had a pair of Supreme Dunks. Not Supreme Dunks, sorry. Tiffany Dunks.
Yeah.
And at the time, because now the value has depreciated, because I checked not that long ago, the value has depreciated. But around that time, that shoe alone was like maybe $1,200. So we trading shoes, we getting the money, we selling them, blase blase. And when we're about to leave, because nobody else wanted to pay like what we were asking for,
Yeah.
we're about to leave. This kid, he was like, "How much for those Yeezys?" And he was like, let me take the Yeezys and let me take your Tiffany dunks off your hands, and I'll give you $5,000 right now. And I was like, what? $5,000? And this nigga just he start pulling out money. But then when I guess he noticed he was around a bunch of niggas, he turned his back and started counting the money to his side so nobody could see him.
Yeah.
But I was like, damn, this little white boy probably got 20 racks in his pocket right there, ready to pay $5,000 for some sneakers, bro. I was like, what the fuck is this? And after that, I was like, I know I gotta retire. I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah, man, they be coming out in the swoop, bro. Because back then I was like, bro, my boys told me after I sold all my shit, they was like, bro, you could have got a lot more for all that. Like, you had a lot of OG shit that was in mint condition. You probably could have got $1,500 for your shit. I was like, bro, don't tell me that. And then one of his homeboys was like, man, I got $2,000 on me right now. He pulls out a wad of money. He's like, I would have bought that shit. I said, where was you 30 minutes ago, bruh? I said, y'all gonna let me sell this? I mean, I still came up because I didn't sell them my Charizards, but I mean, y'all could have, damn, give me some input. Oh man, shout out to Pokemon cards and goddamn sneakers, bro.
What are friends for?
Yeah, get out of here, man. We're not friends. I'm taking you off my top 8. Fuck out of here. Yeah, no more top 8 for you, bro. Fuck out of here.
Niggas like me had a top 32.
Yeah, for real. So, with that being said,
real quick, bro, real quick, what skill, I'm just asking you a question. What skill did Facebook teach you? For me, for example, not Facebook, MySpace. My example is, MySpace taught me how to read code and how to make my old profiles and how to change shit and stuff like that. Do you have anything MySpace taught you?
It taught me slight, if this makes any sense, because I don't know the exact words anymore because I don't really do it, but slight coding, to put stuff in
HTML.
Yeah, bro, look at you. Hold on, cuz. Shout out to Berto for fucking coming through with the goddamn vocabulary. Yeah, the HTML and the coding and stuff like that. I had to learn how to do that to make my profile look cool. When we was really customizing our shit. When you would have all these websites. Where,
I ain't go to what was it? FreeMySpaceLayouts.com or some shit like that.
Man, we got MySpace. We got MySpace stories for days too. Let's not even touch on that because we'll be here for another 2 hours. But it taught me coding, slight coding, how to put stuff together, HTML, this coder for this, for the music player, and different fonts and colors and stuff like that. I was heavy onto that.
Yeah.
I learned a lot of that stuff back in the day. So shout out to MySpace. It's crazy that it's still around, but nobody uses it. I don't know who uses it.
Yeah.
Literally, I don't know why it's still there.
A business page though.
Yeah, I don't know why it's still there, but it's there. But shout out to MySpace. I kind of miss it though. I low key miss it though.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, because it's with our phones, we have our phones all day, and it's I didn't know too many high school kids who had cell phones like that.
Yeah.
To check their MySpace on their phone because it wasn't really even a thing like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it was such a good feeling to run home, go home, and then see new bulletin, new friend request, new photo, new comment,
new everything, new everything. Yeah,
ever, bro.
Yeah, man. Shout out to MySpace, man. That shit is crazy, dog. But well, like I said, with that being said, it's time for these rapid fire questions, dog. So these shits are gonna be random, as always. Yeah, shout out to the sounds. You already know.
You gotta do that sound one more time, bro.
All right, I'm gonna turn the music down for it. Hold on. Check me out. Come on, man.
Man, stop playing with me. Man.
Stop playing with me, man. Hey, wait till I get the Joe Budden bombs and the fucking the air horns and shit in here. Y'all gonna be hating me just like how y'all hate Joe Budden because he be mashing that shit. Y'all gonna hate me, bro.
Oh, hate that nigga. That nigga cool.
Yeah, Joey's the shit, bro. So yeah, these are the rapid fire questions. These shits are gonna be super random. First answer that comes to mind will be your answer. I'm gonna start off with Naruto or Sasuke.
Naruto.
All right. You know what? I'm shutting down the episode. Y'all have a great night. They turn the music off. Y'all, it's time for us to go. Shout out to Emyhr for being on the episode. And with that being said,
nigga,
peace out.
I cried, bro. Like, and you know what part touched? And I'm sorry that we keep going back to this, but I really cried. I called out a word, like, yo. I went, not even the fact that I called out of work, my nigga.
Yeah.
I ended up, because I had to work, so I missed the episode on Thursday. I had to work on Friday, so I missed watching it on Friday. So it's Saturday. I don't have nothing to do. So the first thing I want to do is watch Naruto in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
The fucking shit, he blows up the village, and it hurts you because with Dragon Ball Z, you can just bring everybody back.
Yeah.
There's no way to bring people back in Naruto.
Facts.
Well, at least then when we didn't know.
Yeah.
And it's like, whatchamacallit? She destroyed the city, and I'm already crying, right? But when it comes to the point where, like, Sakura is, like, in the town healing people, and she just, like, looks up and she yells, Naruto! Like, that shit touched me, bro.
Yeah, it was a tearjerker episode. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was feeling some type of way, too. I was like, yo, this man really came through and just destroyed everything, bro. And Naruto ain't even here to
literally.
He ain't even here to help, bro.
Because you don't see that, bro. You don't see that really. You don't see that in like anime where like the bad guy wins. Like you rarely see it. Like if they do, they win for like maybe a little bit, then they go train, come back and whoop them. You know what I'm saying? But it's like here it was like, nigga, ain't nobody training but Naruto, and this nigga not ready yet. Like this nigga, if he fight him right now, he gonna die. He not ready yet.
He gonna get his ass tossed.
So it's like he literally destroyed the town. He literally destroyed the whole village, bro. The whole village, bro. And that's why I said Naruto. That's why.
All right.
Sasuke was all mad for the wrong reason and shit. Like,
yeah, he was fighting his own demons, man. I was feeling bad for him too. His family ain't want him. His brother was being a bitch. Like, I mean, come on, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Then he got Naruto up at Sasuke's ass. Why don't you want to be my friend, Sasuke? Naruto be up the man's ass so much. Sasuke's like, bro, let me live, bro. I got to deal with my own shit, bro. And then he had to humble his ass.
Sasuke was mad, man.
Yeah.
Sasuke was mad because he was like, how this nigga that I hate so much, so trash, how this nigga my equal, bro?
Yeah, for real. Like, get this motherfucker out of my face, bro. How y'all trying me, dog? Fuck out of here. Next question. Nike or Adidas?
Nike.
Favorite movie of all time?
Kill Bill.
Really?
Volume 1, because Volume 2 is trash.
Okay. What is Emyr's biggest pet peeve?
Not being prepared when you come to the studio.
Yeah, shout out to some lazy ass people, bro. Fuck them.
This is the crazy thing, because like niggas gotta work to like, I'm not selling packs and doing shit like that, or scamming or robbing people. Like, I'm not doing none of that. I work a 9 to 5, get my money, and cool with it.
Yeah.
So I gotta pay for studio session, and it's like I pay for the mixing. I pay for a lot of stuff when it comes to a project for me. So it's like, as much songs as I can fit into a studio session where I don't have to come back next week and spend more money, because then probably rent is due or car payment or something major hits, and then it won't allow me to go to the studio. So it's like the times that I do have this extra money for me to come to the studio, I really want to take care of all the things that I need to take care of. So like, what delays me and what became a pet peeve is like when I do need a feature or I want somebody to come through, they take 30 minutes to record one verse. You know what I'm saying? Something that should take you no more than 5 minutes to do. I get it. We all mess up, but it's like you should be in and out, should have been practiced your verse, been ready.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it becomes detrimental to me, because then I'm putting out a project because it's like, and then I feel like it's not the best it could have been because there's other songs I could have recorded for there to be on there. But because you want to take an hour to record a minute verse or a 45-second verse, like, that shit hurts, bro.
Facts. Y'all boys be prepared, man. We out here spending real money in the studio. For those who don't have a studio at their house, I hate that shit too. I hate when I try to get people together and they just take like way longer than expected, and I'm like, bro, you know, like, I got a wife at home, it's almost dinner time, you know, like, what's going on here, bro? But I could take that, dog, because it ain't cheap. For those who are not into the music like we are and been doing it for this long, if you gotta go somewhere to record, it's not cheap, bro. You gotta pay for blocks just to get in the door, then you gotta pay for mixing, and then if you're not cool with the producer, you gotta pay for mastering, and that's for each song. You know what I'm saying? I got stories about that too. I ain't even gonna touch on that, but it's expensive. Trust me, it's expensive. Next question. It's gonna be a good question. Ryu or Ken?
Ken. I don't even know. You know where I'm going with this.
I know.
Like,
Hey.
Bro, let me tell the world, because the world is going to be listening to this your entire podcast series. So when they go back and they say, hey, look, this is Emyhr Ryan's episode, let me tell the world. It was me, you, and fucking Christian Cruz, and we would literally train for hours, trying to like better our mains, learn different combos, learn different this, different that. Bro, I have a story. I don't know if you remember. My parents left. They left for the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I invited you. I invited Cruz, and we ordered and shit like that. And we did that. We just started playing Street Fighter, and we decided to search, because remember back then, search, and you could try to find like high ranked players in the world.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you remember this, but do you remember when we played this nigga that was like ranked 72nd in the world? And I don't remember who was on the sticks, but we was like coaching each other, and we actually beat him, and like we went crazy.
You know what's funny? I remember that distinctively because that was at your mom's crib back in the apartments, and we had it set up in the living room. And
it was at my mom's crib.
Yeah. And I remember us in the living room, all of us.
She would trip about people being in the room.
Yeah, so I remember we was over there. We got the food and everything, and then we were playing, and then like we set it up to where you could find stronger players. And I remember I forgot who he picked and who was playing, but I remember we did beat him. And we fucking lost our goddamn
I don't remember who
minds.
was playing, but we did beat him.
Yeah, that shit was crazy, man. Shout out to Street Fighter.
The 72nd nigga in the world.
yeah, fuck your rank, bitch. We out here, dog.
Bro, do I still play?
You
still watch the... Oh, okay, cool.
I still play. I still watch everything.
I watch it now.
Yeah. Christian has an Xbox, and it's backwards compatibility, so we haven't played yet, but we can still play. The online is still good for that, so he actually has it set up at his house, so I might try to play him tomorrow. He's gotten tremendously better at the game too. Like his Ryu is pretty good. I remember one time he had like 10.
Yeah, because I know he played with Ryu.
Yeah, he had like 10,000 BP at one point. Like he wasn't playing. Like he was. He was really good. So shout out to Cruz, man. Shout out to Street Fighter. Yeah, man. I remember that day. And Blanca is still the best character. Next question. Next question. If you had one superpower, what would it be?
I'm speed.
Yeah?
Speed, yeah.
So just
speed.
Be like
I always
Flash. Just be out here just fast as hell.
Yeah, pretty like Flash. Like I always liked Flash. Like he wasn't like my favorite, but like my favorite ability has always been running fast. There's so many things you can do with that ability, you know? And it's like like this is weird. I don't like when people play Madden. Well, I don't know what's weird anymore, but when people play Madden and shit like that, you know, they always make themselves the quarterback so they can control the team, control this. Like I always made myself as like a wide receiver.
just so I could be like fast and stuff like that. And I always liked any fast character, like on Mr. Incredible.
Mhm.
I like fucking the little jit. I forget his what's his name? Dash, right?
I believe it's Dash. Yeah.
Yeah, like I like all the fast niggas anywhere, and it's like pause and yeah, man.
Shout out to everybody fast out there in these streets.
Always fuck with it.
Yeah. Mario or Luigi? Super Mario Brothers.
Uh, every time people say Mario Luigi, and I'm sorry, I know it's supposed to be quick fire, but every time people say like Mario Luigi, I always think about like Super Smash, and I still watch it to this day. Like I watch people fight and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I keep up with that, and it's like every time I think about it, it brings up like childhood memories, and I think about Falco because I was like the nigga that I used to like play with.
Yeah.
So it's like I never really cared for Mario or Luigi, but if I had to pick, I'll say Mario.
I say Luigi. I think Luigi has the best side games. Luigi Mansion is fire. I don't know if you ever played Luigi's Mansion.
I never played it, and you know what's crazy? You know, like I went the weird route, and I got a GameCube when it was time to choose between the big three. I picked the GameCube, and you know that was like a platform-only game, and I never played it.
You're asleep, bro. It's really good. I like it. And that's why I said his side games are always good. Mario has some good ones too, like Mario Sunshine, Mario 64.
Mario Sunshine was fire. Paper Mario was even better.
Yeah, they just came out with a new Paper Mario for the Switch, bro. It looks fire.
It looks crazy.
Yeah, I was watching Dashy play it on YouTube. Yeah, it looks pretty good. The art is crazy good. So shout out to Mario. I'm gonna fuck with Luigi, bro. And he be getting no love, dog. He be getting no love. He like the redheaded stepchild. Yeah, fuck that. They need to make a Luigi game where he's saving like a different type of princess, like his own princess. That would be like a dope ass fucking game. Like fuck Peach. Like there's like an orange princess or something.
Yeah, they actually do. They made I don't know if they made a game, but I know they made Daisy that's supposed to be the princess for like Luigi and shit like that.
Well, they need to bring him back. Fuck that shit. Next question: Scorpion or Sub-Zero?
Scorpion.
Scorpion? Okay, yeah, I rock with Scorpion too. I had to think about it. Cause
Scorpion got them combos, bro. Like even though like my favorite player is Liu Kang, so it's always cool to watch Ninja Killer because Ninja Killer is like the best Liu Kang in the world.
Facts.
He beat what's the face what's his name, Shadow Fox?
Oh, Sonic Fox.
Sonic Fox, and it's like that nigga's dope, and he's so cool. Like he's just a little black boy. Like the nigga's cool, bro.
Yeah,
little
humble
nice
ass dude. Yeah.
Yeah,
he's cool.
Cool as fuck.
Yeah, shout out to Ninja. I like Sonic too. Sonic is just a beast at every game he touches.
That nigga, any game this nigga touches, he becomes. Did you see him play Street Fighter?
Yeah, I seen him play Street Fighter, Guilty Gear, Soul Calibur, Mortal Kombat, Injustice. He even touched down in what's that game? It's like a new game. He even did Skullgirls.
Skullgirls, yeah, he did Skullgirls.
He I don't know how he does it, but he just touches everything.
He's like a prodigy, bro. He's good at everything, bro.
It's crazy.
This nigga went to the Mortal Kombat tournament with the new Joker that had just came out. And
won.
This nigga won the tournament, bro.
With a brand new
a character that just came out, bro.
You know how crazy you have the lab to like know the matchups and everything of the characters that are already in the game just to be able to.
And then that's crazy. And then he beat Ninja Killer at that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
This nigga been rocking with Liu Kang for his whole
since
career.
It came out. Yeah. That's crazy, bro.
And then he come with a new character. Shout out Sonic Fox.
Yeah, shout out Sonic Fox. If you listen to me, holla at me, bro. Yeah, even though you whoop my ass in every fucking game, but I'm just saying though. Hot or cold coffee?
Cold coffee. I'm a white girl.
Oh shit. Light whipped cream, please. Least favorite type of music?
Least. Damn, I'm sorry. That's not quick.
You know what's funny, real quick, before you
I would
answer
say-
that? Before you answer that, every time I do these, it's never quick. Everybody has to like say something about what I say, so don't feel any type of way because it's supposed to be. What is it? Hold on, let me turn the music down. Hold on. It's supposed to be rapid fire, bro. We never rapid fire around here, bro. So
That shit's supposed to be. Because it's not that fast.
So least type favorite of music.
Okay, I have one. I would say, what's that? Not punk rock, but
Like emo rock?
it's called deathcore, or what is it called?
Yeah, okay, yeah, I know. I think it is called deathcore. As soon as you said deathcore, I know what you're talking about.
I tried it. Don't get me wrong, because I like to experience different type of vibes and shit like that. I tried it.
Yeah.
But it's
a hard
it
pass.
really wasn't for me,
It's
bro.
a hard pass.
It really wasn't for me, bro.
I feel you, bro. I feel you. That's why I'm asking, bro.
I tried it, bro. I really did.
Hey, you don't gotta explain to me, bro. I don't listen to that shit neither. Fuck them. Hey, I'm pretty sure there's some people that listen to it and enjoy it, but it ain't over here, bro. It's not over here, bro.
Nah, it's not my cup of iced coffee.
There it is. Light whipped cream, please.
Can you use soybean latte?
Oh shit. I'd be behind the counter like, now you're asking way too much, bro. All right, if you don't take your fucking shit and sit down in the corner over there, gonna be some goddamn problems in the Starbucks. I got 3 more. Favorite starting Pokemon: Bulbasaur, Charmander, or Squirtle.
My nigga, what are you telling me right now?
If you-
And I feel like
you-
if you don't pick this Pokemon, bro, you're trash in life.
Oh,
And you should be mad at the way that your life is going because you chose the other 2 instead of this one. Bro, like if you really, and I'm gonna do process of elimination. If you ever picked Bulbasaur, you're trash, bro. Like you're trash, bro.
Hey, listen, I think Bulbasaur is the second out of the 3.
I wouldn't go Bulbasaur second, but to each his own. Bulbasaur is trash, and you know what I hate the most? Like I don't know, like Bulbasaur is just so trash to me. I don't know, he's trash, and
God
you
damn,
are too if you
Bulbasaur.
ever pick Bulbasaur.
God damn.
And then the second one, I mean, this one is more acceptable. I get it why people would pick him. Like I get it, but he's not the best starter. And if you pick Squirtle, like you may have done something in your life that's preventing you to reach your ultimate potential. But because you picked Squirtle, like you're down the right path. Like you could change it and you can make up for it. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
it has to be Charmander, my nigga. You can never, ever not pick Charmander, bro.
Hey, well,
Charmander was the
certain
truth, bro.
certain people won't pick him. I honestly pick him because I my favorite Pokemon of all time is Charizard to this day. Every evolution, every type, it's just I think he has. That's why I put Bulbasaur second because Venusaur is also a great Pokemon, a great tank Pokemon, and Bulbasaur. I mean, Squirtle's cool, but
You know what does it for me, bro? And sorry to cut you off, but you know what does it for me, bro? That episode in Pokemon when he had the glasses.
yeah, we've talked about
Like,
that. We talked about that
why.
we talked about that on this podcast. The episode is called the Squirtle Gang, the Squirtle Squad, and
What?
it's just one badass random Squirtle in the wild, and he has glasses, and he actually recruits other Squirtles that wear glasses.
Hell yeah. And it's like Squirtle Gang.
It's a Squirtle Squad, dog, and it's like, yeah, I mean that's one of the staple episodes. But for me, it was when Charizard would always disrespect Ash, but then when it came down to like
Yeah, that nigga
winning,
ain't had no badges, my nigga. Man,
yeah,
fuck
but
Ash,
yeah,
bro.
but when it came down to battling and winning, and like he finally like turned the other cheek and started coinciding with Ash, and then like they just became like this unstoppable force. But like Charizard is just like the best evolution of all 3 Pokemon, except for if I had to put them in order, Alpha
I mean,
Final.
Blastoise is pretty cool, bro.
Yeah, Alpha Final Evolution only would be Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur. And that's all I'm gonna say. But Charizard, Charmander, and Charmeleon out of all three is the best. I don't care. Charmander has the cuteness, Charmeleon has the attitude, and then Charizard has everything, like attitude, fighting style, being strong, and he's a dragon, dude. He's a fucking dragon. You can fly on top of Charizard, bro. Like you can't do it. You can ride on Blastoise and Venusaur, but you might.
You know what I hated though?
Get a rash.
Like in the first generation of Pokemon games for like the Game Boy, like I just hated the fact that you couldn't teach him fly. Like I was like, he has wings though.
Well, you could teach him fly in the new one, so like
in the new ones,
yeah. So it's better late than never, dog. But yeah, and it was weird that like the games that did incorporate fly, or like the newer ones, like you had Pikachu flying for you and shit, like in Pokemon Yellow, like he just put balloons on him and just hauled out. I'm like, what? Like I got a Charizard right here. Yeah, Pikachu with some balloons, nigga. Fuck out of here. So these are the last two. If you could change two things about yourself, what would it be?
Oh wow. Okay. So number one would be the fact that I want to say that. Yeah, let's go ahead. I just hate the fact that I'm so lax. Like, I don't have no urgency to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Snorlax mode.
like I'm just chilling. I'm cool. Like sometimes people be in a rush to go here, do this, do that, and I'm just like, yeah, cool, it get done. Like, there's no problem. Like, yeah, and that's just me. I don't know why, but it's something that I do, and I wish I would change it because I feel like I would get more things done. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll get them done.
Yeah.
But probably like something that should have been done a year ago, I'm just now doing.
Yeah. I feel you.
So it's like that. I would change that, and what else? My pettiness. Like I'm real petty. Like I didn't even know I was petty like that. But like I've come to grips with myself.
Yeah.
And I'm a very petty person, bro.
Hey man,
I'm very petty.
I think everybody has a little bit of pettiness in them. Some probably over exaggerate more than like others, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just like you being more precautious of things. Like I kind of think of it as a way, like like it could be this way, but it could really go this way, if you feel me. Like that's what you're trying to accomplish, but. I guess maybe if you're not too hounding on the pettiness situation, you know what I'm saying? Like everything that comes up, you gotta rebuttal.
It's petty. yeah. Like shut the fuck up, bro.
My dog out here on this petty shit. Ooh, fuck out of here.
No, because it's like for example, like we could even use like having a girl, and it's like your girl will do something like. Not pick up the phone, not because she ain't want to, not because she mad at you,
just cause,
just cause, no reason, nothing bad, nothing attached to it. And then it's like she call you back, and you go look at the phone and not answer because she didn't pick up your phone. Yeah,
that's petty, dog. You need to stop that shit. That's fucking petty, bro. Don't stop that shit. If your girl hear this shit, she would hide your ass, bro. On the next episode of the Can I Kick It podcast, where has Berto gone?
Oh Lord, he said the whole name. Jesus.
Oh shit, I'm about to edit that out, bro. Fuck me. Oh shit.
No, you good.
Oh shit. I meant something totally different, guys. Anyways. And look how fast you are when you caught that shit, dog. I swear, man, that split personality shit is in your blood, bro. That shit's crazy. You see how fast you caught that shit? You didn't even wait for it to be over, and you didn't wait for it to be published or edited or anything. You're just like, hey, bro, chill, bro. Chill, bro. My dog. I fucking love you, bro. And the last
Because
question.
that's the person I am right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the last question to wrap up this amazing episode. What motivates you, or who motivates you the most?
To do what?
Just anything, just to be you. Like, who do you admire and who motivates you, or what motivates you the most? Like, to do whatever that you do. Like, if it's music, or if it's you being yourself, or I mean, anything. Like who is like your best motivational purpose, or what is your most motivational purpose in life?
Okay, I got you. As far as that goes, I don't know, bro. That's a really good question, bro. Like, you asked a really good question.
I try.
I don't even know how to answer that.
Yeah, it's tough.
I don't know, bro. Because like for like when like, this is cliche answer, but like when you like growing up and stuff like that, you see your mom doing certain things and being like a warrior and shit like that. Like, that shit always motivated me to keep going and do shit like whenever I'm struggling.
Yeah.
But it's like, as an adult, bro, and this sounds cliche too, and I don't really know how to put this into words, bro. Like, damn, you really asked me a really good question. It's kind of like, because right now with my life right now, like, I'm not too happy with the way things are, and that's just in general. Like, I'm not happy with my position. I'm not happy that I'm not living my dreams yet. I'm not happy that I have to co-parent, and I'm not happy. Like, I'm not happy for a lot of things in life, and it's like, sometimes I do be wanting to give up. Sometimes I do be wanting to like do stupid shit and just stop and quit and do it. But it's like, what always brings me back, and it may not bring me back quick, and this sounds kind of, I don't know if it sounds kind of bad, whatever the case is like, we all go through our dark times. We all go through our times where it's like, there's nothing else to do. Like, I'm over this life and shit like that, and I'm just ready to be done with it. There's always like a light in me that tells me like, nah, you have to go do that for so and so. So like, my daughter, like Mila, she always comes up. Like, anytime like I'm like deep down, sad, like, I'm always thinking about her, and it's like, it's weird that like a little human being has like this hold on you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, I may go through the dark time, I may be feeling like a failure, I may be feeling like I'm not doing this right, I may be feeling like the end of the world. But it's like, the one thing that's always gonna make me want to do, like, all right, yeah, you can't give up right now, you gotta keep on going, you have to make sure that this person is straight. And it's like, it's always gonna be Mila. Like, even today I worked 12 hours, and I know I'm not complaining, because I know there's nurses and stuff like that work like 18 hours and all that stuff. I'm not trying to compare my work to y'all. I'm just saying that 12 hours for me is a long time.
Yeah.
And it's like, I wanted to stop midway and just be like, yo, I'm done. But it's like, you always find a way, and that's just the most recent one. It's like, you want to be like, nah, I gotta do it. I gotta become great at this and do this. And like, I've done so much shit. Like, I went to school. Recently, I just got my insurance license, so now I can do insurance. I can sell insurance. Like, I'm just always trying to do something to like elevate and be a better me. Because I don't want like my daughter to grow up and to just be like, my dad is a bum. They didn't do nothing and all that stuff. Like, I just want her to look at me and be like, okay, cool. If he did all this shit, then that means I gotta go do it too, or I gotta go be better and stuff like that. So it's like, at the end, when you're feeling down and you want to be like, man, fuck this shit, I'll be like, all right, nah, don't fuck this shit. Let me take that back. I have to make sure that this person is good.
All right, I can dig it. You got your own little nine-tailed fox, bro.
Yeah. Pretty much, she's much cuter though.
Yeah, very much cuter than that, because that motherfucker ugly as shit. But yeah, I can dig it, man. So ladies and gentlemen, let me hit you with the respect button right quick. Hold on, cuz made it to the end of the episode.
Hey, real quick,
Yeah.
real quick before we go, real quick. Now that you're playing that song, and I know I consider myself like a gamer and all this stuff, and
Yeah.
I apologize, world. I truly apologize.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you here on this podcast exclusively, I've never played San Andreas, bro.
Again, let me turn the music off. I want to thank everybody for coming out to the episode. Even though this is the end, I just want to thank y'all again for coming out. We were supposed to end it 30 minutes ago with the first interrupt and the first mind blown shit that Emyhr had given us. So we're gonna call it quits now and never have him back on the podcast for the simple fact that he's never played San Andreas. Yeah, so I hope you guys had a great time. Let me stop. Yeah.
I never had a PS2, bro. That's why, like, I had a PS2 late, and it's like, cause I had to choose. I was on my parents' budget and stuff like that, so I couldn't have all the systems. So I didn't have a PS2. I had the Xbox, and it's like, it never came out for Xbox. Or did it?
It's backwards compatible now. You can, if you have a 360.
Okay.
If you have a 360, do you still have a 360 laying around the house?
I think it's at my mom's house.
Yeah, if you get a 360, you can buy it and you can play it on the Xbox 360.
Oh, okay.
Without
I have it though. Like, I bought it with intentions to play it, but then it was like, when like new systems come out and then old shit don't look as cool.
Yeah, I still play a lot of old shit though. I always go back to old stuff, even though like
there's
the
stuff I
new
can't
stuff.
play though. Like, I went back to play Last of Us 1,
Yeah,
and it was still amazing. And I beat it and all that shit. But yeah, man.
we'll see
There's
how
just some shit I can't go back to.
we'll see if we can fix that. I'm gonna see if we can get you to play that game, because you're missing out. Even though my favorite Grand Theft Auto is Vice City, and it's the best of all time. San Andreas.
I played Vice City though.
Yeah, San Andreas is definitely up there. But Vice City for me is the number one. But I'm gonna help you with that. We gonna fix that. We gonna get you to play that damn game. That's another mind blowing shit. Jesus Christ, you're full of them all today. God damn. But like I said, again, thank you for coming on. Thank you for being here. I know it's been a long time since we first I guess thought about this idea, and
We did 100 takes.
yeah, going through my changes and changing up my system and how I operate over here and dealing with technical difficulties and all that shit. So again, thank you for being here. I'm glad you're here. Glad you made it. If you want to give anybody a shout out, or if you want to give out your socials to where they can follow you at, listen to your stuff, and check you out at, you could drop that now.
All right. I'll drop my IG. That's what I'm usually on. I'm on IG. I'm also on Tidal. All the music shit. Just spell rhymes backwards, so it's EMYHR _ and then rhymes, and that's me on IG. And then you can find my music everywhere. I have it on every platform except Pandora, I believe. And I don't have it uploaded like that on SoundCloud, but for sure Apple Music, Tidal, and all that shit. And as far as shout outs, I don't really have any shout outs. Man, I'm just cool and I'm cool.
All right.
One thing I will say is a major shout outs to you, and I'm not just because I'm on the show, just because we've been pursuing this dream of ours for like a really long time. We've gone through like a lot of bullshit in the way. Started getting older and stuff like that. Things started coming up, so it's becoming difficult. But
Yeah.
I'm always proud that you continue, even though you stop at sometimes. Always nice to see that you get excited about doing the music thing and putting out music, and not just putting out music, doing this thing with the whole podcast. Like, you've been going really strong. You've been going really hard. And you just been doing the damn thing. Like, I honestly, like, you're like motivating me and inspiring me to like maybe do one of my own and have you come on like a guest and do all that stuff with you.
Hey
But
man,
it's like what you're doing.
I'm here for it.
but what you're doing, you know what I'm saying, is something that's cool. And I know you're just starting out, and I know it's getting difficult to see like little numbers, because I know like when you go on other social media, like you post something on Facebook and get 200 likes and 500 comments and shit like that. So like I know it's difficult to start this start this new venture, have zero following, and watch it grow slowly, you know what I'm saying? But I just want to say, just keep your eyes on the prize. I'm sure you're looking for like some kind of deal through this, and you have goals that you're trying to reach with this. And one thing that I'm just gonna tell you is that I'm proud of you, and continue to be consistent. And you got this, man.
Hey,
So,
man,
real cool.
I appreciate that. Like you said, man, we've been friends and riding this thing for so damn long. So, and another quick reminder for everybody, not just you included, but I didn't totally give up on music. So, a lot of people have been asking me if I'm still gonna make music. I still have people that have studios that are accessible. I still have 1,000 beats in my MacBook that I haven't touched yet. And if I'm surrounded with people that are doing it, I'm always gonna be able to do it, or find a way to do it. So don't think I put that totally in the bag. It's just on the back burner for now. So, but I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying, just everything that you've done as well. You know what I'm saying, because like I said, you've been doing it for a while, and you keep pushing, you keep doing it through all the bullshit, through taking care of your child, and doing what you're doing personally, and with COVID and everything, it's crazy. So for seeing, not just because you're my boy, just seeing somebody else that's got a dream and they're still pursuing it no matter what the fuck is going on, is always inspiring. So I appreciate the kind words, sir. And I'm still here, man. I'm gonna be rocking with this for a little while. I'm totally invested in it. Whatever comes my way, sponsor deals, or if I can get on whatever, if I catch me on Sirius, I don't know, bro. Whatever comes my way. But I'm just having a blast. I get to chop it up with people like you that I don't get to see on the daily. Just talk shit and just come and chill out. You know what I'm saying?
It seems like we only see each other when somebody die.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's how a lot of my what's it called, my recollections of like people that I haven't seen in a while have been lately, so but yeah, we could change that as soon as this pandemic is settling down, because every time it looks like we're about to be back to normal, they come out with some new shit or change up the laws, and yeah, so I'm vibing. So we'll definitely work on that, but continue to do what you do. You know what I'm saying? I'm always a fan, always tuning in. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for Versace Sofa Part 2.
I'm actually, since we talk about music, I'm actually dropping, real quick. I know we're supposed to be done.
No, you good.
I'm dropping my next project. It's called Maple Syrup. I'm
Okay.
waiting for some clearances.
Mm-hmm.
But I should have it out, if not August. I'm saying early September.
Okay.
Looking to drop it.
All right.
Yeah.
Shit, I'll have you back on so we can talk about that when it drops. Give you a short bonus episode so we can talk more about that. We can go in depth on that when that drops. So, with that being said, brother, it's been a beautiful 2 hours. I can't believe it's been 2 hours since we've been talking. We probably
Really?
yeah.
For real? Oh, Lord.
I'm looking at the mix station. It's 2 hours and 2 minutes already. It's crazy how you could chop it up and.
Ain't nobody gonna listen to mine.
I actually have two that are 2 hours, and I have one that is 2 hours and 10 minutes. So, I mean, if they're gonna listen, they're gonna listen. I mean, they ain't doing anything else right now during the damn pandemic. So, come in here and listen to some good shit.
Because I listen to Joe Budden podcast, but I listen to it like in park. Like,
Yeah, Joey.
Like an hour here, an hour here.
Yeah, Joey goes like 3 hours and shit. So, like I said, great to have you, man. I'm glad you were here. If you guys made it to the end of the episode, I appreciate you guys for listening. If you made it this far, yo, what's going on, everybody? Just letting you guys know real quick, I had a little abrupt ending to the podcast. I'm just here to remind you guys that every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern, every Tuesday at 6 p.m. or 8 p.m. Eastern, I will be starting a new segment called the Rewind Clip, where my boy Martinez got jokes. Again, I just want to give a big thank you to everybody that's been tuning in, that's been showing love, that's been supporting. Big shout outs to Emyhr for stopping by. It was a great episode, a very long episode. But if you guys have any questions or concerns about him or his music, or just want to chop it up with him directly, make sure you hit up his links. Check him out on all platforms. And I see you guys probably next week. I'm gonna aim for next week. We're kind of working on Christian getting his stuff set up for Tuesday, so our segment might not start till not this week coming up, but next Tuesday. So be on the lookout for that. We're getting this whole mic situation set up and everything like that. So I will be trying to get somebody on here for Friday's drop. So keep you guys updated with that. So make sure to tune in. And if you've been kicking with us, I appreciate you, man. So again, shout out to Emyhr for the episode. Great episode, my dude. Love you, my G. And I'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace.